what I'd like to do today is just take you through the park. Martin's agreed to take us through, show you the facilities here and show you what the park has to offer. So this is the pull-in area that we can see here, and if we come down this way I'll see if we can find Martin. Hey Martin.
Joe Rob, welcome to Big 4 Wagga.
Thank you, how are you?
Thanks for finding us.
No, that's great, and thanks for having us. You've looked after us in our time in need. We've been staying here for a couple of weeks and got to know the layout of the park. But
fantastic.
You've only recently taken over the park?
Yep, this is 10 weeks plus 1 day.
Right, and how's it going for you?
Yeah, fantastic, really good. Yeah, Wagga's a great town.
Yes.
I've been in the park industry for probably 20 years now, and always admired this park, so I was really happy when it came up for sale and we could get hold of it.
Excellent, all right.
Could see a lot of potential.
Yeah, well look, it's a great park and you've agreed to show us around, so we might start with a bit of a tour and you can tell us about it as we go.
Yeah, no problem.
So this is obviously the office where people check in.
Yep, this is the office where people check in. We've got some plans to renovate this as well, so that'll happen over the next 18 months.
All right.
Put in a bit more parking area, and yeah, it's one of the things we've got planned.
Excellent. And so as far as booking or showing up, how do you run the park here?
We're open from 8 until 6. Obviously, we take online bookings as well. We get a lot of caravanners coming through making online bookings. Even more, and you know we allow late night check-ins, so we organise that with all the punters when they come through. So
yeah, well that's great. One of the ladies was telling me she didn't get here till midnight the other night, so that's pretty handy. Yeah, so.
But most people are off the road before 6 o'clock. Like to get settled. And,
yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go through if you don't mind,
sure.
and show us through. So, what I've noticed, obviously, you've got a combination of your cabins and your caravan sites and tent sites, so you really cater for a broad range.
We do, and we have to in Wagga. Wagga's a really great town. It's event driven, so we get a lot of people coming from the country areas. They want cabin accommodation or they can come and camp. We get groups coming together that'll do both.
Right.
So it's a really diverse park, but we see the potential in the caravanners. Wagga has a couple of long hauls. They're coming from Hay or coming from Sydney or coming from Melbourne. It's a very central spot. We're pretty busy, and we'd like to be busier, of course. But
I think everyone does, but what I like too about your cabins is, like we've needed one this week for a bit of recovery time, so it was good to just get out of the van for a little bit and have one of the cabins to stay in. So we've just walked down one of the streets with your cabins, and over here we've got your swimming pool. Yeah,
we've got a small pool. It gets a bit of a workout when it's warm, and it does get warm down here.
I imagine it would get warm in Wagga in the summer months.
It does, yeah.
And then just beyond that, obviously you've got a small kids playground.
We've got a kids playground. As I said, most of the people come here for an event.
Yeah.
Even today, the event that's on at the moment is the Army Base March Out.
Sure.
They're on, about every 3 weeks, so we get a lot of customers coming for that.
Yeah. All right.
A lot of those book cabins, and then we've got the normal guys that come through with their caravans. So.
Yeah. All right, and then through here. Hey Sonia, we're at Wagga Wagga today. We're at the Big 4 at Wagga Wagga, and I'm with the owner here, Martin, and he's just giving us a bit of a tour through the park.
Hi Sonia.
So Martin, what section we've got over here, I believe, for some of your tents and the camp kitchen?
Yeah, so is sectioned into specific areas. Obviously this is the cabin precinct. This area here, we've actually got 4 new cabins coming in here to replace some old cabins.
Right.
A lot of the business we get too from the cabins is we get workers coming in. Mm-hmm. As I said, Wagga's a really interesting town and a lot of industry here. Yeah. So we cater for everyone, and we're cost effective. So looking over here, this is our only amenities block, and then right next to it is the camp kitchen. So the amenities block is pretty typical of your normal caravan park. It's well maintained. We never have a complaint about it, so it must be well maintained.
All right, and you obviously got the laundry facilities there.
We've got a laundry facility in there.
And you've got a great little camp kitchen in here we found.
And we've got a great camp kitchen, which obviously during winter we still get a lot of campers coming through as well, so we can close the doors and put fires on and Got a couple of barbecues in here, just all your normal camp kitchen items.
Yeah, well, real handy for those, especially in tents, isn't it? They probably have a lot of usage out of it.
Yeah, and we directly outside the camp kitchen, these are our grass tent sites. You can see there's a few people occupying those at the moment. So there's a few people occupying the tent sites now. You see there's someone with their little furry friend
with their
there.
pet, yeah. So has that made a difference to you having the pets here?
It does. I mean, when we, the park originally, before we bought it, wasn't dog friendly. And at 8 o'clock in the morning on the first day we bought it, we made it dog friendly. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we had our first customer.
That's great, yeah. Look, a lot of campers do look for that. There's that dog-friendly aspect of the park. So we're coming into your caravan sites now, and what I've noticed is so a lot of your sites are very spacious.
This is over here. I don't know if you can see that 68 and 69 were originally 4 sites. We've converted those into 2 drive-through sites, and obviously there's one vacant now, but I'm sure there's someone coming in on it. The guys love it.
Yeah.
Particularly with the big rigs, you know, they just drive straight on. They're nice and wide.
All right, and then up here, obviously, you're going to some larger sites again. I noticed right at the top here we've got some massive drive-through sites.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons we have a good clientele, is they know they can come in. They've got plenty of room. They're easy to reverse onto and or drive onto. You can see this one here. You don't see that in too many caravan parks. But, you know, we're a country park as well, so...
Yeah. But they're a good sized site with plenty of room, as you say. So, all right. So down here, we're coming down to one of my favourite parts of the park, which we'll see shortly.
We've got a couple of ensuite sites here too. They're booked up quite often. We're thinking about putting a few more of those on as well.
Okay, so that's these sites here we're just about to look at.
Yep.
And how do they work, Martin?
Oh, it's just your normal little shower toilet ensuite, and
so people can basically pull up if they haven't got their own toilet and bathroom, and they get the actual ensuite here.
Now these guys have obviously come off the road. They've been camping out in the bush somewhere, and they've come in to have a bit of a
all right.
rest.
And we've got some more pets here.
Yeah, these little guys have been here for a few days now.
Yeah. So, well, you look quite comfortable. So, hey, hello. How are you? Sorry to disturb you and your pets. You've been here for a few days now.
Yeah, we've been here since Friday. We had to come down in an awful hurry for an emergency cesarean for my daughter, so we didn't get in till 11:30 at night, and these guys were fabulous. They offered to come out and help us set up if we needed to. And they've been more than accommodating, treating us like family, asking about the baby. But I've got to give them 120 points for the little doggy points that they've got, the little setups with
the doggy bags.
Doggy bags.
Yes.
All over the park.
They are. They're everywhere out the park. So
there's plenty of room for them to run around. We just love it. It's great for the grandkids.
Yeah. We're just about to go to that run around area. So. And
the river's down there. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right.
Catch up with you later. See you later. Sorry about this. That's all right.
That's what dogs can do, but so this is, as I said, Martin, one of my favourite places in the park is the open grassed area here. So you let the pets in this area?
Yeah, well, we actually let the pets anywhere on any of the sites. I don't think it's an issue. I mean, I really hadn't seen any pets that have been barking or people
look after their pets these days. And
so we allow them to go anywhere. We've even got some pet friendly cabins as well. So
so you allow the pets in the cabins as well. Excellent.
We've petitioned off 5 cabins that are pet friendly.
Yeah, well, we might go down and have a look at the river too, because this leads down to the river at the back.
Absolutely, down to the Murrumbidgee River.
Yeah, so the Murrumbidgee runs through Wagga, and obviously I think it's the second largest river in Australia, they tell me. So
it is,
we might go around this way.
So these sites here are grass drive-throughs, and as we come around the corner here, we're fortunate to have a reasonably large plot of land which we've just in the process of drawing up for some more drive-through sites.
Excellent, okay.
And another amenities block and another little communal area, barbecue kitchen, which will be out on this section here. But we get a lot of call from people, and we realise that our drive-throughs are really important to people. So we also get a lot of people come and then they realise what the location's like, and they end up staying for two.
Yeah, well look, that's what we found. We've had limited time to explore, but what we have, there's plenty to see here in Wagga. It's got every facility you could imagine as far as the shops go. I've got to give the hospital a mention. They've been a top-rate hospital, so a lot of travellers, especially some older people, do need medical, attention at times, so that's great.
And we actually do get quite a lot of people staying here, either towing a van in or staying in a cabin that are going in for medical reasons, so.
But Wagga too, it's got its fair share, we noticed, of galleries, things to see and do in town. Albert,
there's plenty of things to do in town. It's what I like about it, it's a really friendly town.
Yes, and you're not far too. We had a drive out to Junee.
Yes,
and that's a great little town. Well, there is a chocolate factory there and a few other things. The Monte Cristo homestead and a few other things. And
ghosts that are in there. That's a good day out.
Yeah, Coolaman's another little town nearby, I believe, which has got the cheese factory. So for those of you that started to watch, we're at the Big Four at Wagga Wagga. We're just at the tail end of the tour. And we're coming down to the river section. So Martin, is this part of the park just here as well?
This is all part of the park. This is recreation area. We've had the odd camper trailer down here, but mostly recreation, and people can come down here. They can let their dogs off for a bit of a run. We're actually going to put in a fenced run down here for the dogs.
Right.
So people can come down and just
let them go loose. Excellent. Yeah. Here's another one of those doggy bags that that lady up there was talking about. So. And the river itself down here, what's the story with fishing?
Oh, fishing's great.
Yeah.
Murrumbidgee River for fishing. The son-in-law's a bit of a mad keen fisherman, so he occasionally gets down here and he comes back with the stories, but we actually make him come back with a photograph these days.
Right.
So just to prove it. But no, he's caught Murray cod down here, trout cod, obviously usual. Waste fish and that. But we also, down in this area, the grandkids have actually spotted a couple of platypus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, they're pretty rare to spot, I believe.
Absolutely, and it just shows you how healthy the river is.
Yeah. No, look, it's a great outlook, and we've been down here a fair bit of the afternoon. It's a great place to just sit and see the river go by. So.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of little chairs and that, but we're putting some. Looks like there's someone down there now.
All right.
Oh, there you go. They're out in the river. Yep. The river's actually down at the moment, I'm only assuming that they're just waiting for just before Christmas. Then they'll let the water through again, but it's probably about 3 to 4 foot down.
Right, so it does raise up.
It does come up, it's over, right over the top of those logs out there.
And are there any boat ramps nearby for anyone that's got a kayak, canoe or boat?
We actually have a boat ramp here.
Oh right, just down here.
Just right here.
Well, that's even better. So they can stay here and straight in.
Yeah, so they can stay here and pop their boats in. You can see people doing backing boats in.
All right.
Kayaking, you can jump in your kayak or on your tube and float into town.
Okay, well that's great. Thanks for showing us around.
No,
so appreciate Martin showing us around. So if anyone you're in Wagga, feel free to check out the Big Four. But we've got all the other campsites obviously on the website. If you go to Free Range Camping, you'll see all our listings and much more detail on the park here at Wagga and all the information, how to get there, how to contact them, all the prices are on there. So thanks everyone, hope you enjoyed that, and we'll take you on another tour somewhere else shortly.
Yeah, thanks guys.